welcome back. We have a few things to talk about, like why I've been gone for a couple days. I think only like two. And I presumably sound different. Um, so let's talk about those things. Also, people are awake, so I might have to be a little bit quiet, or they're gonna be like, hi, hello, yes, are you insane? I'm different because I have a new mic. It's a headset, so the mic is much closer to my mouth. Hopefully, I'll sound a little bit louder. I tested it. I don't think I sounded weird or anything, but I absolutely can go back to the other mic if people want it, because I have it sitting right here, just to my left. Right. What else happened? I celebrated a Geekmas. I My friends and I all got incredibly drunk. Fortunately, I remember it all. Some of it is great, funny stories that you probably don't want to hear. Uh, and then I drunk text my sister and fell asleep. And as a result, I was partying and now I'm hungover, and that's why I didn't record recently. Oh, and I have things to do tomorrow too. But I don't want to just abandon the YouTube channel, so I'm just gonna try and get a couple episodes in, recorded for people to listen to. And with that, that's where I've been the past 2 days. I've been getting drunk and partying with my polycule. So let's just go back into the game, because I am no longer getting drunk. I can return to the world of Ace Academy. The sun kisses the horizon, spilling orange light over the waves. Akira and May left right after the splash war to join their friends. Valerie is lounging on her towel, trying to soak up the last of the dying rays while reading from her e-reader. Yuna sits on the sand, watching the waves lap at her feet. Kaori looks thoughtful as she sits in her fold-up chair, tossing and catching an inflatable beach ball. Shou and Mayu are missing. I'm not sure where they went. The day is winding down, and it'll be dark soon. I want to spend a little more time with Kaori before we head home. I walk over to Kaori. Hey, what are you up to? In response, she throws the ball at me. Catch! The ball travels slowly in the air and lands gracefully in my hands.
Nice catch.
Thanks. She seems distracted. Are you okay?
Yeah.
She doesn't say any more, but instead looks out toward the ocean. While she's not paying attention to it, I toss the ball back to her. As expected, it bounces off her chest before she catches it.
What? Hey! Don't throw things when I'm not looking!
She hurls the ball back at me. Instead of catching it, I volley it back. Kaori blinks in surprise, but her reflexes kick in and she leaps out of her chair to return it. We continue to volley the ball back and forth, hitting it further and further away from each other, so the other person has to scramble to return it. Once the ball hits the ground, we stop. My breathing is heavy as I sit down to rest. Kaori did not go easy on me. She made sure I was running around the whole time. Kaori collects the ball and comes beside me.
Thanks.
For what?
Do I need to spell it out for you?
She sighs.
For playing volleyball, or whatever that was, with me.
Oh, sure, no problem. Were you hoping to play with the group? She shrugs.
I thought maybe it was something we could do. My sisters and I would play every time we came to the beach. It just feels off to come here and not play.
Fun little fact, I'm pretty sure both her sisters are actually twins, or triplets in this case. Because I'm pretty sure it said that in the description of the new game that came out, which focuses on her. I'm glad I could help.
Normally, we'd play in the water, but I guess this will have to do.
She glances at the sky.
It's getting dark, so we should probably head back.
Oh, okay. I'll go get Shou and Mayu.
Alright. I'll tell Valerie and Yuna.
As I search the beach, I find Shou and Mayu sitting on a rock cliff, their feet dangling in the water. They're leaning into each other, watching the sunset. I don't want to disturb their moment, so I slip away before I'm noticed. The girls give me questioning looks as I return.
Did you find them?
Yeah, but they seem to be in the middle of something, and I didn't want to interrupt them. Valerie smirks.
I bet you just wanted to watch.
Don't. What?
I mean, you were gone for a while.
Out on the beach? That's quite daring.
Yuna seems thoughtful, but has a mischievous glint in her eye. Don't do this to me. They didn't. Valerie and Yuna glance at each other and burst out laughing. My cheeks burn as I realize what I just said. I mean, nothing was going on. Kaori frowns.
So you did watch?
There was nothing to watch.
Hey guys, what's everyone laughing about?
Shou and Mayu stand by their towels.
We were just talking about how there was nothing going on.
It's not funny when she has to explain it. Anyways, we should be going. It's getting late. Shou and Mayu look at each other before shrugging. They nod at us. Ooh, Shou looks... Oh no, he doesn't look pissed. He's got the one eyebrow raised that I can't do. We all pack up our belongings and head to the parking lot, where we say our goodbyes and hop in our respective vehicles. Since Nikki said she was leaving with her friends, I kick my bike into gear and drive home. I'm exhausted by the time I get home, and I'm secretly thankful Uncle Kaido is nowhere in sight. All I want to do is take a hot shower and go to bed. Nikki hasn't come home yet either, so the bathroom is all mine. I wash the sand and salt water off my skin, then go to sleep early. My alarm sounds, waking me up. I turn it off and prepare for the day. After a quick breakfast, I drive to school and head to class.
Good morning, everyone. I have some good news. Because so many of you did well on the pop quiz from last week, we're going to have another one.
Oh, a chorus of groans circles around the classroom.
I knew you'd all be excited.
Everyone gradually falls silent as the TA hands out the quiz. As soon as I receive mine, I begin. Are gears designed to look like a specific gender? If so, explain why. No, they aren't. Yes, only if used for war games, or yes, because boobs. Yes, only if used for war games. They're supposed to be the embodiment of the pilot. A significant part of the gear entertainment industry is aesthetic appeal and showmanship. Due to the popular notion that the gear embodies the pilot, many mechas are designed in a fashion to represent this idea. This sparked quite the conversation when gears were first introduced for recreational use. It does pay off to pay attention to the news. After completing the test, I turn it in to the professor. Soon everyone has turned in their paper.
Everyone awake now? Good. In today's lesson, class dismissed.
I gather my things and file out of the classroom with everyone else. Once I'm outside, my legs take me towards the hangar. I need to practice. My chat with Akira last Monday has been on my mind ever since. Our team has been on a really good streak, but are we strong enough to beat Akira's team? I swipe myself into the hangar and shake my head free of these thoughts. We have to beat Onobugiesha first. I pass Ara on my way to Eagle and hear voices raised in a heated argument. Kaori glares at May, who looks exasperated.
I always have your best interest at heart.
That's not true!
When have I not?
Have you already forgotten about what happened with Ryota?
May looks taken aback.
Really? You're bringing that up? How was I supposed to know he'd react that way?
You weren't supposed to tell him at all!
For fuck's sake, Iset. You know what? No. Iset has been bothering me. Oh, never mind. Iset wants me to buy something. My... what's the right word? Virus protection software is like, buy me. And I'm like, no.
Maybe not, but I was trying to help.
Kaori's face contorts in anger.
I was humiliated in front of the entire school! Is that what you call helping?
That's not fair. You know that wasn't my intention. And how Ryota handled the situation. Best friends don't treat each other like that.
I know.
May falters at Kaori's piercing stare.
Kaori...
Well, none of that would have happened in the first place if you had just kept my secret a secret. It was all your fault.
May blinks rapidly.
I can't talk to you when you're like this. You need some time to calm down. Maybe then you'll listen to reason.
Don't you dare!
May spins on her heel and walks away, her footsteps echoing behind her.
May! Ugh!
Kaori lets out a scream of frustration into her hands. As she turns around, she notices me.
How long have you been there?
I don't listen to things that don't concern me.
You didn't hear any of that?
It's not my business. Kaori's anger softens. She seems to appreciate that answer. Obviously, this is a sensitive subject. As much as I'd like to know who Ryota is, what happened between them, and what part May has to play in all this, Kaori looks upset enough as it is. Pushing her will make her close up to me even more. So, what were you doing in here anyway, before the argument? Kaori shrugs.
Checking on Aura. What are you doing here?
I thought I'd practice with Eagle.
Oh.
An uncomfortable silence settles in. My phone buzzes. Saved by the bell. Well, buzz, I guess. Sorry, I'd better get this. Kaori nods. She looks just as relieved as I am. I accept the call and walk further away from Kaori. Hello?
Hey,
Hi, Yuna.
I hope I didn't catch you at a bad time.
No, this is perfect.
Okay, so your account manager with Dashu reached out to me. He'll be close to campus later today and would like to meet with you.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm not sure what everyone's schedules look like.
Wait, he wants to meet with just you.
Did I do something wrong?
No, not at all. He has some questions about your gear.
Yeah, plenty of things that I don't want to share even if I could. Why? What's wrong with Eagle?
Nothing. He's impressed by it. He wants to know how your outdated American gear is able to outperform even the newest Japanese models.
Outdated?
Not in a bad way. It's just not new.
It's custom.
So, will you meet him?
Sure.
Great! You can meet him at the cafe after lunch.
Alright, I'll be there. Thanks, Yuna.
No problem.
After saying goodbye, she hangs up. By the time I end the call, Kaori is nowhere in sight. That's probably for the best, honestly. Our chat didn't end on such a great note. Since I came here to practice, I climb into Eagle and start up a simulated match. After I've practiced a few rounds, I shut down the simulators and climb out of Eagle. I can tell my reaction times are improving. I'm sure with a little more practice, I'll be ready to face Onobuki Esha. Since I have some extra time, how do I want to spend the rest of my afternoon? Mayu, Shou, or Yuna? Let's show what we've learned. Haha, stealing jokes. I'm in the mood for a sweet latte, so I decided to make my way across the campus quad towards the cafe.
Watch out!
Ninja reflex. I instinctively sidestep and watch a frisbee fly past my head. I was looking to see if there was a catch option. Which, nope. 3 guys approach me, and I recognize Shou as one of them.
Broseph? Sorry about that.
Excellent work, Shou. I especially like the part where you did the mid-air twirl and completely whiffed your throw.
That was going to be a legendary move. It just so happens that my fingers were a little sweaty.
Sure.
The 2 guys glance at each other, then laugh. Wait, don't I have class with these guys? One of them turns towards me.
Anyway, you okay?
His eyes widen when he recognizes me.
It's the chick magnet!
Yep, I have class with them.
You're right.
Wait, what? Where?
They both point at me.
This guy.
Girls tend to go for blondes.
This guy?
This guy.
I'm pretty sure they're referring to the first time I met Valerie in class. Hey, guys.
You know each other?
Yeah, he's been teaching us how to pick up the ladies.
What?
Don't deny your talents. We've seen you hanging around campus with that blonde bombshell.
Well, yeah, she's our team engineer. Shou perks up.
Oh, you guys mean Valerie?
You know her too?
They both stare at Shou with awe.
Your childhood friend, the girl from gymnastics, and now the engineer chick too?
Damn, Shou!
Shou looks just as perplexed as I do.
What are you guys rambling about?
The pair share a knowing look with each other, then cross their arms and nod.
We have a ways to go.
But one day, we'll reach your level.
Shou shrugs.
Anyway...
He looks at me.
What brings you here, Broseph?
Just heading to the cafe. You?
I was just showing these guys an awesome frisbee throw I saw on MeTube.
Awesome, he says.
They laugh again.
Oh, I'll show you. Watch!
Shou grabs the frisbee and takes a few steps back to give himself space. Then he takes a running start to build momentum, jump spins in the air, and whips the frisbee free. It goes flying! That actually looked pretty cool. Even the other 2 guys are impressed. The frisbee curves back like a boomerang, but instead of coming back to us, it heads straight for a well-dressed older man in a blazer.
Crap! Not again! Watch out!
The man catches the frisbee midair. He looks around and makes a beeline towards us when he spots us. Uh-oh.
It was nice hanging out with you, but, we've got class.
Yeah, we'll talk to you guys later.
Relax,
Wait,
Shou.
where are
I
you
ain't
going?
bailing on ya.
What about your frisbee?
Keep it!
The 2 friends speed walk away into the distance.
Cowards!
Shou looks at me, then gulps. As the man approaches, his eyes widen in surprise. But not nearly as wide as Shou's.
Akio.
Hello, Shou.
They look eerily similar. You 2 know each other? Shou nods.
This is my brother.
All trace of laughter is gone from his voice. He's strangely stiff and formal. It's obvious he's not very comfortable around his brother.
I'm Akio Shinjiro.
Jay read. He smiles politely.
What are you doing here?
I'm the guest lecturer for Robotics and the modern business world.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming?
Although Shou's careful to keep any sense of bitterness or disapproval from his voice, it's clear he's not pleased by this surprise. They don't act very brotherly.
I only arrived a few hours ago. I was going to text you after the first lecture.
He smiles.
But since you're here, let's pencil in something for the weekend.
Shou shrugs.
I'll have to check my schedule first.
Akio nods.
Of course. Let's say tentative for Saturday.
Sure.
Oops.
Sure, but I might be busy.
Then let me know when you can.
Akio looks at me.
You're welcome to join us. I'd like to get to know Shou's friends he doesn't share much about.
Don't you have a lecture to go to?
Akio sighs. He checks his watch.
Correct. Let's continue this conversation over the weekend.
Bye.
Goodbye.
As Akio disappears into a nearby building, I look at Shou. His jaw is set and his eyes are clouded. This is really out of character for him. Your brother seems nice? Shou just shrugs. He rarely ever talks about his family, and I guess his family being here still isn't enough to get him to open up about them. You're not exactly yourself around him.
You don't know him like I do.
What do you mean?
He's not as he seems. I don't trust him just showing up out of the blue.
I'm sure he knows his brother best, but I didn't get that feeling. So, I'm sure you're wondering, what is going on screen? And the answer is, my mic died, and my headphones died. And so I'm frantically trying to figure out why Shou doesn't have any voice acting. So that's where this episode ends. I'll add this audio in post, and I'll see you in the next one where I'll have figured everything out. Bye-bye. Boop.